think that's what is standing out to me the most. It's crispy and juicy. And that doesn't always happen.
Nope. I don't know where you get your flour from, but where I do, it doesn't come seasoned. Super light. Catch. I almost called it like Latin Caribbean popcorn chicken, but I'm like, no, I hate that. It's César with the Food52 Test Kitchen, and today we're making one of my favorite versions of fried chicken, Chicharrón de Pollo. And we're doing it 2 ways, deep fried and in our Zwilling air fryer. All right, let's do it. Let's get started. So here I have 2 pounds of boneless, skinless chicken thighs. I cut them into chunks about this big. You could go a little bigger, you could go a little smaller. I think a little on the bigger side is best. So let's start off with our homemade sazon. You can buy sazon in a packet, but you can also make a version of it too. So here I have annatto oil, which I've talked to you guys about before. You can also get annatto in powdered form, which is great. And then here I have a few spices for our sazon. So I have kosher salt. I really like to use chicken bouillon powder in chicken recipes. I've done it in my roast chicken video. My favorite part about it is the MSG. Some people are afraid of it. You know this about me by now. I love MSG. So you could either use it in chicken bouillon form or just MSG, or just leave it out if it's not your thing. I also have ground coriander, smoked Spanish paprika, onion powder, and garlic powder. Yes, we do have fresh garlic going in, but dried garlic it's just something else. It's something different. So I'm going a little less garlic powder than I am onion powder. Black pepper. Yeah, just help it out a little bit at first. I'm also gonna go in with white vinegar, white distilled vinegar. Here I have about 6 cloves of garlic. So I'm gonna use the zest and juice of 1 lime. As you guys know by now, anytime I use citrus, I always use the zest as well. Give it a little roll. Get that juice. And I also have some fresh oregano. You can use dried oregano. I really like the flavor of fresh oregano, so whenever I can, I like to use that instead. I mean, they both have their place. Like a good tablespoon, actually. You can also use some thyme, or you can mix oregano and thyme. Add some rosemary in there if you want, but oregano is kind of the most traditional in this. Just giving it a very rough chop in with our oregano. I'm gonna glove it up, give it a good mix. Chicharrón de Pollo is something you'll find a lot at parties. You can find kiosks frying it up by the beach. Also very popular menu item at Puerto Rican and Dominican restaurants. You'll almost always find chicharrón de pollo on the menu. You see, between the annatto oil and the smoked paprika, we get that nice orange color that's kind of iconic for this marinade. Usually people just use, again, pre-made packets of sazon, which is fine, totally fine. But I like to have a little more control. And you know how to make it yourself. So cover it up. And we're gonna pop this in the fridge for at least an hour. While that's doing its thing, let me show you how to make the dredge. So as our chicken is marinating, let's work on our dredge. Really simple. Here I have 1.5 cups of all-purpose flour. And to this, I'm gonna add a 1/2 cup of cornstarch. And what the cornstarch is gonna do, it's gonna make that chicken really crispy. There's also a scientific reason behind it, something about it inhibits the production of gluten or the formation of gluten. I'm not gonna give you food science facts, that ain't me, but it works and it's really good. Season it a little bit, just a little salt and a little white pepper. I really like the flavor of white pepper. White pepper has this like fermented, interesting note to it. All right, so just whisk it together. Growing up, I used to watch like Emeril Lagasse, Essence of Emeril. And when he would like season flour, he'd be like, I don't know where you get your flour from, but where I do, it doesn't come seasoned. And he would always like make a big deal of seasoning it. Okay, so it's been an hour. We're gonna dredge our chicken, and I'm gonna show you how to fry this up 2 different ways. So the way I like to do it, glove, just drop a few pieces at a time. Don't wanna overcrowd it at first. A little shake. I really love using a nice big bowl for something like this too. Kind of really press it in there. And then shake off your excess. I like to put it on a wire rack, just for efficiency's sake. The great thing about this too, see all these pieces are kind of different and craggly and it's gonna crisp up. So for our first fry, we're pretty much doing a deep fry. I have a cast iron skillet with about 2 cups of neutral oil going right now. Today I'm just using vegetable oil, but you can use any high heat oil. And I want to come up to 350, so I have a cast iron skillet with about 2 cups of oil, neutral oil. So I'm at 350 degrees. In we go. You want to give them some room, don't overcrowd your pan. And the second this hits the oil, you smell it. All that garlic. So you want to do around like 4 minutes, 5 minutes per side, or until golden. These are cut fairly small, so it's gonna cook up pretty quick. Actually, I'll add 1 more. 2 more, okay, so I'm gonna stop. All right, I think we're ready to flip. Yep. Yeah, so I did like 5 minutes per side. There we go. That's what we want, nice and golden. And also when you don't overcrowd your pan, it just makes it much easier to flip and maneuver, do what you gotta do. All right, about another 4 or 5 minutes on this side as well. All right, it's time. Ooh, look at the crisp. I was trying to think of like what a good English translation for Chicharrón de Pollo is. Yeah. I almost called it like Latin Caribbean popcorn chicken, but I'm like, no, I hate that. I think what I have right now, crispy Latin Caribbean chicken bites. I think that's a little better. Chicharrón is like, usually used to refer to like chicken skin, but it can also be for like something really like well fried like this. Just gonna hit it with a little salt. So that's one way to fry these up. Let me show you the other way. The second way we're gonna fry is with an air fryer. I always had mixed feelings about air fryers. I'm warming up to them, especially this Zweiling air fryer. Nice and small, super light. Catch. No. The basket's dishwasher safe. Just plop the whole thing in the dishwasher. No cleanup. This is super messy and kind of dangerous. Good for the environment. You're not spending $1 million on oil. Oil's so expensive now. Find this bad boy online in our shop. Link below. So let's fry up a batch of our chicharrones de pollo. So with the air fryer, what you want to do is you just want to lay them out. One layer. Don't want to overcrowd. Because essentially an air fryer is an induction oven. I think the thing that gets people about air fryers is the word fry. You're not frying anything. You're baking using induction. So there's a little fan in there. It's blowing the hot air around. And that's what gives you the fried effect. So it's okay to they can touch each other. That's fine. I personally haven't had an air fryer because there's no space. But with this one, who knows? I might reconsider. All right. So we have our chicken in a single layer. What we want to do now is, just to help it along and really get that fried effect, Just a little spritz of cooking oil. Here I have avocado oil. So that's it. I'm gonna go in. So this Willing air fryer does have a few presets, and there is a chicken preset, but I'm actually gonna go ahead and manually put it at 400 degrees. And we're gonna cook it at 10 minutes for the first round. After this beeps, I'm gonna give it a good shake, pop it in for another 10 minutes at 400 degrees. It's gonna be perfect. So these are my deep fried. This is my cute little air fried batch. They look a little different, naturally. Oh, we need some lime. Oh my God. Where did all my knives go? This is a hard lime. Are we tasting?
Yeah.
Cool. So deep fried, air fried.
Ooh.
In
This Willing air fryer.
this Willing air fryer. This is Chicharrón de Pollo. So, fried little crispy Latin chicken chunks. You find these in Puerto Rican restaurants and Dominican restaurants and some Cuban restaurants.
Yeah. Is that why the lime's here?
Yeah.
A little zazz.
A little, you know.
I'll do air fryer.
Let me have it with you.
Oh, sorry. I got too excited.
Rude. It's crispy.
It's crispy. Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Juicy.
Really juicy. I think that's what is standing out to me the most. It's crispy and juicy. And that doesn't always happen.
Nope.
Cheers. It tastes different.
It is a different experience.
And are you just putting these in the air fryer without any like tossed in oil? It's just coated in flour and spices.
I do spray a little.
Spray a little bit.
Little,
but this is like deep fried in oil.
Yeah.
More chicken and spice flavor out of this guy. I taste more oil up here.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, because it's like
Yeah.
you can just taste that it was cooked in oil.
Right.
Whereas this, I get just a lot more of that seasoning.
The seasonings
it's-
do kind of. They are
You
kind
can
of.
tell that it like it's come out. The seasoning has come out more in
Yeah.
the breading.
It's almost like I wonder if like some of it goes into the oil,
I mean, you can see it.
and then this
I
one,
can see the seasoning in the pan.
the seasoning is like more concentrated.
Seasoning in here. No, it's not.
It is, yeah.
It stayed on the chicken.
This was recipe drop. Make these at home, deep fried, or in your Willing air fryer, and recipe down below. See you next week.